begins on a dark night. Look at this. You're not gonna find another girl like her in a million years.
It's all so magical.
I've never
and fun. Starry ride that fast someday, boo.
And does it say? Never done. I've never
and fun. Starry ride that fast someday, boo. Do you trust me? Say to me,
have my life
wonderful
time in my you should salam.
Father, and does it say?
Say to me,
have my life
wonderful
Jasmine, you should salam.
Father, and does it say?
I'm going to free the genie.
I ran away, and I am not going back. And I am not going back.
You should.
I ran away, and I am not going back.
Let's make some magic!
Husband, you get on. Husband, Jasmine, get on. Husband, you get on. There's this girl.
I've never
Fun, starry ride that fast someday, boo.
and does it say?
There's no time in my life without you.
I've never
Fun, starry ride that fast someday, boo.
and does it say? I ran away, and I am not going back. And I am not going back.
You should.
I ran away, and I am not going back. And I am not going back.
Oh my. It's mine. It's death.
Jag har just förtråkigt. Därmed. Jag har just förtråkigt. Därmed.
It's mine. It's death.
it's all so magical. What are you doing?
Just play along. Husband, you get on. Husband, Jasmine, get on. Husband, get on. Husband, Jasmine, get on. Say to me,
Have my life
Wonderful
time in my you should salam.
Father, and does it say?
Say to me,
have my life
Wonderful
time in my you should salam.
Father, and does it say? Never done. I've never
Fun, starry ride that fast someday, boo.
and does it say? Never done. I've never
Fun, starry ride that fast someday, boo.
and does it say?
Chase.
Wondrous place for you and
Me! That's who!
Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. She's side by side. She's side by side. She's side by side.
Hello everybody. Good afternoon. So this is not an art stream. I'll be resuming the art streams on Monday. I got like a lot on my plate, so I'm gonna be doing more Resident Evil 2 streams, and I just don't want to like spend all of my time streaming because I have to do stuff around the house too. So welcome everybody to, I'm just calling it a Doge stream because I don't know what else to call it. It's just me. There's some things I want to talk about, I want to share, I want to go through, and I want you guys involved. So I apologize for the late start. And yeah, how are you guys doing? First off, I guess, first question, how's everybody doing? We're doing okay over here. My wife woke up with really bad like shoulder, back, and neck pain. I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out where it is. It's like a kink or maybe a pinched nerve or something. It's hard to say. So yeah, she's trying to figure that out. And we still don't have a working sink. I don't know if I told you that, but our kitchen sink is clogged. The water's not draining. We don't know. I went through all the pipes, and those are clear, so it's not that. So we're thinking it's maybe there's ice in the pipes further down because it is really cold this weekend, or something else. We're not gonna be able to get a guy out to look at it until the earliest, like Tuesday, maybe tomorrow. It's hard to say. So. But, anywho, so what I wanted to go through is some stuff that I guess may not be worthy of putting on Honey Badger Radio, but stuff that I wanted to at least respond to or talk about, and something funny that I wanted to share with you guys. So, I thought maybe first, before we get into this Christy Winters debate, we'll take a look at this thing, because I think it's hilarious, and I thought we'd like go through this. So this is something I found when I was doing some research for something else. I don't know if you've seen this. Let me know if you've seen this, and maybe I won't waste my time. But basically, this is from a website called SaveTheKidsGroup.org, and it was the 4th annual International Hip Hop Activism Conference. Hip Hop Activism Conference. It was on December 15th, and I wanted to go through and show you guys what was going on at the 4th annual International Hip Hop Activism Conference, because it's funny and maybe a bit cringy. So, and it also gives you guys an idea of like the, other areas in which this cancer of social justice has reached into. So let's see what you guys are saying before I get into it. Heat tape is like $10. Oh, that's not a bad idea. But again, I have to confirm that it's actually ice in the pipes or frozen pipes, so I don't know. Don't know why anyone listens to Coach Red Pill either. He was quite happy to throw around a rape accusation against Kraut. Don't care how much and someone hates another. You just don't do that shit. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. If it's ice, that's potentially bad and costly. Sorry, man. Oh, that sucks. Water pipes are known for their fickiness in winter. Yeah. I've never had this happen to me before, though. Not that I know of. One of the customers I delivered to in northern Montana was telling me about how one year the water mains froze and they couldn't do anything about it until May. Oof. Oof. Alright, Hip Hop Activism Conference. You mean a concert? No, I mean a conference. There might be some music in it, though. Body popping against hunger, yeah. Well, we'll get into it. Troy Davidson, I saw you ask Louis onto Fireside Chat. What prompted that? You know what? I've been watching Louis Levi for a while, and I guess I'm kind of what prompted it for me was I saw his exchange with Chris Ray Gun, where they had a couple of video responses to each other, and I'm not saying that I have anything against Chris Ray Gun. I met him. I've asked him on the show before. But I guess what I see is a difference of a desire to make the commitment to essentially fight this fight. And I think Louis Levi really wants to fight this fight. And I think Chris Ray Gun, it's not like meant to be I'm not criticizing him or saying that he's not that he's like somehow, you know, morally flawed for this, but I think that maybe he just doesn't want to get too involved with this, because some people, they need to, like, they get burned out easy on this stuff. They need a break from this stuff. They don't want to get caught up in how heavy these issues are, and I think Louis really wants to fight this because it's really important to him. And I think Chris, it's not that he doesn't want to, but I think that he's just more concerned with his sanity, so he doesn't want to get too deeply involved. And because Louis is so committed, I wanted to bring him on to find out, like, what he feels strongly about, what he understands, and maybe you know, just get an idea of like how important this is to him, because it is very important to me too, you know. I love Louis. He's one of my favorite YouTubers nowadays. Yeah, I like Louis too. Troy says, I understand you entirely. If Chris doesn't want to get involved with politics anymore, he shouldn't talk about it. He shouldn't get on Twitter and start running lukewarm takes. Yeah. Who's CD Gonzalez? Oh, is that Coach Red Pill? CD Gonzalez. That's amazing. All right, so let's get into this. Now, I'm just doing this for the lulz, but I think there is a good amount of cringe here. So, yeah? Is it outside? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. I have to go get some delivery that came to us. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Chris Ray Gun falls into the category of Armored Skeptic et al. Lukewarm takes. You know, I like Chris. I think I know what you mean. It's the thing is, if you have if you sit where, opinion-wise, if you're sitting in a place where, say, Chris Ray Gun, Bunty King, to a lesser extent, some black guy, Shu, and Armored Skeptic, you're going to get more subs, because you're going to get people that are, you know, you're going to get more people that are sort of center-left or kind of like a little SJW-y, and they're going to think that you're more reasonable. So it is a good way to not alienate part of your audience. You can continue to grow your channel. And I think that in Chris's case, he treats this more like a job, and I don't think he really wanted to originally do anti-SJW content. It just so happened that that's like what was a sort of like, you know, it was like a thing to talk about that was a sort of almost like untapped gold in a way, untapped oil, you could say. So he got involved with that, but I don't know that he wants to save the West, like, you know, he jokingly said. And I think Skeptic is, you know, he's a fence sitter of the highest order. He doesn't have a problem going after religious people, like, you know, full bore, but he doesn't do that with SJWs and leftists, even though they're also religious people. In fact, I think that the existence of like these sort of SJWs, I don't even want to call them hardline because they're all like that. You know, they all have a line, and they're hardline. It's just depending on where the line is at. And most of them are in, you know, they're way out there. They're willing to accept non-reality on some level, and they want to force other people. This is the problem. They want to force other people to live by that standard. So I think that that's part of it. You know, they want to keep their YouTube career and their YouTube fame, and I think that to really get involved with these things means going down a path that will drive normies away from you. So all right, but anyway, I don't want to waste any more time on this. I like both Sargon and Medicare. Yeah, Sargon cares about the future of our free society, right? Medicare doesn't. That doesn't mean he's not entertaining, but I think it's a lot. It's very different to say I like him. I don't know the guy. I've met Sargon. I spent time with him. I've had conversations with him. He seems like he's a decent guy, just based on that. So, all right. But anyway, let's get into this. Okay. So December 15th, that already passed, the 2018, the 4th annual International Hip Hop Activism Conference. And by the way, there's a little bit of a surprise Easter egg on here. We'll get to it. Okay. So there's a bunch of tags. Who cares? This is the flyer that went out. Look at how professional this flyer is. I love how high resolution this headphone silhouette is. This looks like it was made like by a like a middle school student that, you know, just figured out, like they just started learning Photoshop or something, or some boomer teacher that's like, I know how to use computers. Speaking of which, maybe these are the kinds of things that that we could like get those newly unemployed BuzzFeed and Huffington Post guys to learn how to do. If you go and learn to code, you could like probably do a lot better stuff for these leftist hip hop conferences. Think about it. Think about it, guys. Think about it, former HuffPo employees. All right. So 4th annual International Hip Hop Activism Conference. And there's free and open to the public, all ages, sober and family-friendly event. Sober? Wow. This is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this is the flyer. So it basically says they have panels, cipher, roundtables, teach-in, and workshops. Parental advisory, liberating content. Get it? It's a joke. It's because normally it says parental advisory because of language, but this you should be aware because this is liberating content. So, what is the deal with this? With the International Hip Hop Activism Conference? All right. So the abstract, tactics and strategies. So these are the various workshops. Room number 1, tactics and strategies for dismantling the school to prison pipeline. Abstract. This workshop and presentation will discuss briefly what the school to prison pipeline is and talk about the recent book released from Dr. Nocella, From Education to Incarceration, Dismantling the School to Prison Pipeline. Dr. Nocella will provide the audience of all ages tactics in organizing in one's community, including hosting public events and street line demonstrations. This workshop and presentation will be interactive, skill-based, and tactical, and strategic, with handouts for building a campaign for social change. You know how you change the school to prison pipeline? You put fathers back in the home. That's it. You don't need a workshop to organize and build a campaign for social change. It's interesting that that's what they're going with. But now that doesn't sound too bad right now, right? But it gets better. Let's keep going. All right. Another panel, class struggle in African Black America. All African People's Revolutionary Party. So that's who's putting this together, okay? Abstract. Hip-hop is about the hustle, the survival, and the show. Faking it until you make it. The struggle to create your own space by any means necessary undergirds the culture, as do conspicuous displays of material wealth and consumption. An art form that began with frank discussion of institutional poverty, street-level drug deals, and making a name for yourself on the streets has evolved into brags about real estate investments, dabbles in high fashion, and lavish lifestyles on yachts and private jets. The culture has always been about getting money and getting yours, but somewhere along the way, hip-hop became hyper-capitalist. It became hyper-capitalist? It's always been hyper-capitalist. Does this shift accurately reflect the conditions of those who first created the art form and who ensure its survival to this day? Let's talk about the class struggle in African America. Where is this place, African America? I don't know where this place is. Oh man. So what is the All Africans People Revolutionary Party, the AARPRP? It's a permanent, independent, revolutionary, socialist, pan-African political party based in Africa, with chapters all over the African world, including Europe, Canada, the Caribbean, and throughout the US, and here in New Mexico. The AAPRP's objective is revolutionary Pan-Africanism, which we can define as one liberated, unified, and socialist Africa. The AAPRP understands that all people of African descent, whether they live in North America or South America, the Caribbean, or in any other part of the world, are Africans and belong to the African nation. That sounds nationalist, but... oh, well, I'm probably looking into it too much. The African nation, yeah, because Africa isn't made up of multiple countries. It's just one big unified pot. When Africa is free, Africans everywhere will be free. Wakanda forever. All right. So in the second class, we see that hip hop is hyper-capitalist now, but it wasn't always. It was never about making, like, selling albums and making money. Ever. Alright. Room number, and also, this is a revolutionary party. This is happening in New Mexico. And this party is all over the both Americas, right? And they want to create a socialist Pan-African state in the West. Now, should I be worried about that? I think so. I think so. Why? Do you think? Well, I think there are warlords in Africa that would probably say, yeah, sure, we're all one nation.
I think I put too much cream in here.
Oh yeah, it's really light. But thanks, babe. It's okay. Yeah, got my mind and my money and my money on my mind. That seems like a capitalist sentiment. All right, then there's lunch. Free vegan food will be provided. Guys, vegan food at a hip-hop event. Did you know that veganism and hip-hop are basically connected?
Free vegan food.
And it's free. Well, yeah,
you know
obviously.
What that instantly makes me think of?
What?
Do you know what freegan is?
No.
It's people that go dumpster diving for vegan food. Freegans.
Oh no.
It's like, I just imagine these people all like huddled around a table with like dumpster food.
All right, so vegan. So there's gonna be a vegan lunch at the Hip Hop Activism conference. Vegan soul food. Vegan Creole. I want a vegan gumbo with my vegan etouffee. And then we're going to go into more now panels. All right. Right after your vegan lunch, we're going to do Compassion Rules Everything Around Me, where hip hop and veganism intersect. The intersection between hip hop and veganism. Abstract. Since the beginning, the hip-hop culture and movement has maintained a theme of rising up against the systems that keep certain groups of people down and spreading messages of empowerment to those same groups of people. This is the reason, by the way, why hip-hop is dying. Music and art is dying in general. And the reason is because the people who want to, who are, let's say, trying to, head up the forward momentum of these art forms, they are insistent on putting social justice causes at the forefront of these creations, and that's why they turn out to be shit.
Civil rights, chicken rights.
Same shit, right? We gave blacks the vote. It's time to give cows the vote. Hip hop and veganism. All right, hold on. Groundbreaking hip-hop tracks such as Public Enemy's Fight the Power have encouraged us to challenge the status quo. Many MCs such as the Wu-Tang Clan and Dead Prez have pointed out that part of the process of fighting the power, so to speak, is taking the best care of ourselves that we can. This theme of working to better ourselves naturally overlaps with veganism in terms of how we eat to nourish our bodies, as well as how we vote with our dollars to create a better tomorrow for ourselves and for future generations. This presentation takes a deeper look at how a vegan lifestyle aligns with the hip-hop movement. Veganism and hip-hop. And also veganism as healthy. That is untrue, incorrect, not right. I knew a vegan girl. I dated her for a very short time. She was constantly taking iron supplements because she was deficient, and I think she took a lot of other supplements too. It didn't last long because she wanted me to eat vegan, and I was like, fuck that. I wouldn't even go vegetarian.
I was
so.
I got sick.
Yeah. My wife was vegan for a while. She was a vegan SJW. I think it just kind of comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, the territory I was in, working at a health food store, going to university.
Mm-hmm.
It's the right combo.
Wow. NC Clark says, is this Hotep? No, Hoteps care about black people. Just plop a bucket of KFC in the middle of the room and watch it turn into Left 4 Dead.
It could be that fake meat, the tofu meat.
Mm-hmm.
Tofu fried turkey. Chicken.
Oh my god, no. That's crap. That's soy. That's pure soy. So...
Well, I think that's what they're running on.
Yeah, no, they are running on soy. Pure soy, yeah. That is what they're running on. Fried soy. KFS. So Zarang says, I think there's a divide between hip-hop and rap. Hip-hop doesn't get the kind of recognition it used to. Now it's just rap. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I think that's fair, but the hip-hop music that they're referencing in here, it's not that, I mean, okay, Public Enemy was very social justice-y. They were very pro-black, and they had a lot of weird ideas about the state of our country. And I disagree with them, but I did like the music. The Wu-Tang Clan was kind of all over the place. I think they were more interested in having fun and doing good music. So, see, KFC is too greasy for my liking. Yeah, I prefer Popeyes. Popeyes is good. Popeyes is the best chicken chain. Fuck Churches, Browns, and KFC. That's my opinion. What were we gonna say?
Nothing else.
Oh, hanging out.
Hanging out.
All right, so let's find out who Tony Quintanta is. He's the person organizing the panel. Tony Quintanta is an educator, of course he is, MC, and activist. He has worked in health promotion / disease prevention for over 8 years. and has conducted health education programs on a wide variety of topics, including HIV, diabetes, fitness, and nutrition. Tony earned his master's degree in community health education and bachelor's degree in school health education from the University of New Mexico. He also holds several fitness certifications from the American Council on Exercise, including medical exercise specialist, health coach, and group fitness instructor. As an MC and show promoter, Tony, also known by his stage name, IQ the Professor. Oh, that's so bad. God, can you IQ the Professor? I can see him coming out, right? I'm IQ the Professor, and I'm here to say you should all eat vegan today. That's basically that's the extent of his rap. IQ the Professor, stop it. I can see him like he's like an old guy probably. I don't know. I'll look him up sometime. So IQ the Professor has been very active in the local hip hop scene in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, I understand the hip hop scene in Albuquerque, New Mexico is fire, yo. Fire. All the hottest acts are coming out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. It seems like everyone has made a wrong turn in Albuquerque, by the way. Where he co-founded the Conscious Eating and Hip Hop event series and is a co-founder of the Desert Bandits hip hop crew. They put a Z in there so you know they're hard. Alright. So does it get better? IQ the Professor. Sounds like a bad Sonic OC. Please don't steal. IQ the Professor. Wu-Tang Clan went all diva years ago in Glasgow and canceled their gig because the place couldn't meet their backstage demands. Oh, that's terrible. Popeyes, man. Great Indoors doesn't know what that is? Shit. Alright. So we get this panel on how hip-hop and veganism intersect, and now we're going to take it to another level. My experience as a vegan of color, because that is very, very important, and it's on the same panel. So my experience as a vegan of color, Victor Flores, abstract, veganism can often be incorrectly stereotyped as a white movement or a white lifestyle. No! That doesn't make sense. Isn't Vegan Games like one of the most well-known vegans on YouTube? He's not white, right? He looks black to me. Is Vegan Gains white? I don't think he is. I think he's like mixed. I haven't really... He looks mulatto. He looks like Lisa Bonet's nephew. You know? He looks like he knows and hangs out with Lenny Kravitz. He looks like he works at a Mac store. He looks mulatto. Okay. So my experience, vegan of color. Ebonics, please. All right, come and listen to Victor Flores share his family's journey into veganism and dispel some of those myths that if you go vegan, you won't be able to eat your traditional dishes or that you won't be able to participate in family gatherings. Get resources on where and how to start into veganism. Learn some of the reasons on why we should all be considering going vegan and sample some delicious food. Man, good luck. I could see it now. I think that veganism would probably be least effective on the African American community in the United States. Like, they all have higher levels of testosterone, period, first off. The women too. And they love their meat. You're gonna take away, you're gonna separate a black person from their pork, you're gonna get your fingers bit. They love that shit, man. It's not, this is so dumb. Alright. One pattern I'm noticing here. Vegan Gains is the equivalent of the only black dude in Woodstock. Black people don't want to eat like a rabbit. Brian is hovering over Mitch Hedberg with that voice. I don't know who Mitch Hedberg is. Vegetarians don't preach. Vegans are insufferable. Yeah. Vegetarians, I've had vegetarians preach at me, but I get what you're saying. I think overall it's not even close. Are vegans allowed to do drive-by? So many questions. Well, you know what? It's hard to pull the trigger of a gun, so no, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. It takes a lot of finger strength. So, separating blacks from chicken, yes. Victor Flores is also an educator, I think. International, okay, so he's the Greater New Mexico Community Events or Coordinator. Yeah, I notice a lot of these people work in like the public sphere. They do like community events, or they're, you know, like planners, like and shit like that, or they're educators. They work in the school system. So anyway, he's the Greater New Mexico Events Coordinator for Vegan Outreach, an international nonprofit organization working to end violence towards animals. Victor and his partner Carla Reyes have founded different groups, produced various events, and done numerous talks and workshops regarding the topic of veganism and animal rights. They regularly sample vegan food, including vegan versions of typical comfort foods, and serve full meals at a variety of events. Some of these venues and events include the National Hispanic Cultural Center, the Indigenous Comic Con. Indigenous Comic Con? Oh, that sounds awful. I'm gonna look that up. That sounds terrible. I'm gonna look it up. Indigenous Comic Con. I'm just gonna click on this for a second. All right, I'll come back to that. University of New Mexico, Central New Mexico Community College, Santa Fe Community College. See, they're educators. It's always that, man. It's the education system that produces these terrible people. Mitch Hedberg was great. My special. This conference sounds miserable. Yeah. So let's see. What's the Indigenous Comic Con? Oh man. Okay, so like, I'm just gonna look real quick because the thing I want to know is if they're gonna have any comics in here, and I'm guessing how many of these comics are just gonna be all focused on being indigenous. That's what I want to know. What's media? It's like videos and shit. Oh, okay, so that's just Wonder Woman. Al Jazeera, eh? This doesn't look very indigenous inclusive. Oh, is that supposed to be like an Aztec stormtrooper? Yeah, this doesn't look very good. This looks awful. Okay. What is the Indigenous Comic-Con? An amazing 3-day indigenous pop culture convention will feature the best indigenous creators, illustrators, writers, designers, actors, and producers from the worlds of comics, games, sci-fi, fantasy, film, TV, and graphic novels. The Indigenous Comic-Con seeks to highlight the amazing work that brings understanding about the indigenous experience to the world of popular culture and unlock the indigenous imagination. I guess. I'm just gonna look at part of this video here. No sound. Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right, I'm just gonna fast forward here. Trading posts. And wow, this is bad. What the fuck? Super Indian Comics. Wait, isn't it racist to call them Indians? I thought we weren't supposed to call them that. Oh, that was Frankenstein. This is cultural appropriation. Frankenstein with a feather. All right, this is boring. You know, it just saddens me because if you just like made good content, you wouldn't have to like say I'm doing this as a person of blank. Just do the work, man. All right, well anyway. So let's move on to the next bit. Room 2, Fresh Seeds. So what's this? Abstract. This workshop will engage youth with music, Afro-Indigenous tribal rhythms, drum and percussion together with a beat machine workshop to create culture contempo music. A perfect hip-hop anthology experience. Wow, this one about music? That's crazy. At a hip-hop conference? This workshop will be led by Eddie Cardenas, He will implement the beat machine and lead a group dialogue on hip-hop culture and music, its history, Afrikaans roots, and the heart of Tonantzin. So we're gonna combine some Mexican shit and some African shit. Okay. Co-facilitating the workshop will be Renee Chavez. She will implement bass drums, djembes, congas, sikeres, whatever the hell that is, bearded hardshell gourds, and bells to provide an Afro beat bass line with full rhythm section complete with pre-Columbian timing embellishments. And okay, I mean that sounds like music, I guess. I'm sure that it's got that. They say that they're gonna do a group dialogue. You know, when you hear that, you know what it really is, right? It's a diatribe. It's gonna talk to you about what is hip hop culture and music, and of course that means we got to talk about Afrikaans roots and the heart of Tonantzin, Mother Earth. Fine. When you're like an atheist but you still believe in like a Mother Earth. Interesting. All right. Sorry for the dead air. I'm eating a little piece of salami. Yeah, the workshop title, Fresh Seeds, that is kind of scary, right? I could see it. Getting like really young kids to join in and beat drums. Kids love beating drums. I mean, you saw what happened with the Covington kids. Like I said, kids love beating drums. All right. So next, Ready to Live from 93 till Infinity on engaging hip hop as an emotional wellness model. Hip hop meets shamanism? Abstract. Since its inception, hip hop has functioned as a kind of cultural and practical journal, a means for the vulnerable, those subject to cultural erasure, to project their voices out society-wide, highlighting the various present and historical traumas confronting those living and growing in our inner cities. Under white supremacy, obviously. Over time, hip-hop has moved past complex and developed storytelling towards a mindful self-awareness of the emotional functioning of the communities that birthed and nurtured it. This presentation will examine this emotional maturation in hip-hop, seen in works such as Ready to Die, and outline means for individuals to use these as models for emotional processing, while then developing skills for using rhymes, beats, meditation, and playlists for purposes of developing positive affirmations, guided imageries, and other hip-hop based mechanisms essential to wellness. Wellness. Well, so hip-hop healing, okay. This, and you know, for some people music helps, right? But a panel on it that's like an hour? This sounds like some hippie bullshit. Yeah. J. Willie Series says, I hated didn't black Africans enslave and told the ancestors of black people in Europe, Middle East, and Americas. Oh, that's a confusing sentence. I'm sorry. Next. Another workshop, 1 hour. Reflections on hip-hop pedagogy. The Hip Hop in the Schools Project and Youth Engagement. Carlos Flores. All right, so abstract. This panel presentation will share the history of the project through the words, performance, and stories of partners. The panel members will share their experience of their early involvement with the project, their progression through the writing exercises, slams, slam poetry. Yay. That's the future of hip-hop, y'all. Hip-hop summits, and performance in community events to their involvement in the training developed in 2016 for project facilitators. Along the way, the panel will discuss work in hip-hop pedagogy, and critical pedagogy, as partners have met and discussed critical themes including race, class, colonization, and the corporate control over our lives. The discussion will address their journey through the hip-hop and youth engagement to the present, and will include experiential and group activities with the audience. Through performance, exposition, experimental work, and interactions with the audience, session participants will get a sense of how YEP works and how it changes the nature of educational exchange. The project offers alternatives to public education in the dynamic interchange that is the heart of creating a true learning environment. I'll read that one again. The project offers alternatives to public education in the dynamic interchange that is at the heart of creating true learning environment. And also, remember what I said just before. They will discuss critical themes, including race, class, colonization, and corporate control over our lives as a means of education. Many of the schools have welcomed the Hip Hop Project and have made space for project efforts. The panel will consist of 3 youth partners in a panel of 4. All right, let's see your comments. Sorry, I misspelled. I'll correct it soon. Okay. Ken says, what they're saying essentially is hip-hop is an expression of I'm poor and mad because of it. It is the black version of punk. Yeah. Except that punk rockers today they know what the establishment is and they're pushing back against it. At least old punk rockers, you know, like Johnny Rotten and shit. Jay Willie says, didn't black Africans enslave and the ancestors of black people in Europe, Middle East, and Americas? Yeah, they did. I mean, black people who live in the West, they are basically the descendants of a conquered tribe that was defeated by other blacks in Africa. And they were enslaved and sold. So anytime a black person goes and they tell you that they have Kangs in their background, no, they have slaves in their background. That's what they likely have. Definitely, in fact. Most people had slaves in their background and serfs. Most people. Zarang says this might be too far out there for Zoc de la Rocha. I don't know. Yeah, this is hippie new age shit. Yeah. Should look into the Brazilian slave trade. They took about 3 times as many slaves as the States and treated them significantly worse. No. But we gotta look. They're not interested in looking at other countries. You can look at the Middle Eastern slave trade. That's still going on. You can look at slavery that's still going on now in Africa. But you see, when these people talk about slavery, they're not really talking about slavery. They're talking about hating white people. The history of slavery is just the reason to hate. It's not even that they care about that, because they're too far removed to know. They just hate them. They just hate them for what they have. And it doesn't even have to be white people. Like, you saw what happened with Gina Rodriguez. She's Hispanic. And they attacked her because she's too white for them. It's purity tests. They have some of the most hate in them. Alright. Hip-hop pedagogy. Okay. Next. Graffiti and banner making. Alright. So this is basically a guy that's going to teach people how to do graffiti. And the techniques for it are used to help create banners and are used for activism, which is the theme of the event. So basically, this is a graffiti artist that's going to teach people how to make signs so they can go do Antifa shit or go to women's marches or whatever. So he's an artist. Zach is the former lead of Rage. Oh, fuck Zach. He's an SJW. He is an SJW. Alright, Know Your Rights. Okay. By James Mirano. Abstract. This presentation will discuss the constitutional implications when dealing with police. It will provide a step-by-step analysis of dealing with cops, whether in a vehicle or on foot or in your home. This presentation will provide information to help avoid being arrested and what to do in the event of being arrested. There will also be a quick rundown of protester rights. What the fuck does that have to do with hip-hop? And I know there are people who are going to say that the hip-hop music thematically is, you know, often criticizes the status quo and, you know, cops and shit. But really, it's just music. Are you like this bugs me because I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna give bad information because he's an SJW, and it doesn't. I mean, it says he's a lawyer and rapper. Okay, sure, I believe that. This is like how you make sure you're gonna get shot, is listen to James Altamirano's advice. This is an SJW boot camp disguised. Yes, it is disguised as a hip hop conference. That's what I'm getting at. And when you see the Easter egg, you'll know exactly how bad these people actually are. All right. Then here we are, building bridges between LGBTQ and hip hop. Tiffany Moore, abstract. The talk with explore similarities. That sentence. The talk with Tiffany. I'm gonna try and figure out what's being said here. This talk will explore similarities of LGBTQ and hip hop communities and how they are essentially one and the same, and how we can proceed forward with a new attitude towards inclusion and diversity within inclusion and diversity. Okay. This essentially LGBTQ and hip hop are one and the same. So are you telling me that hip hop is gay? What? Now, think about that for a second. This is like working for inclusion. All right. This talk will explore similarities of LGBTQ and hip hop community and how they are essentially one and the same, and how we can proceed forward with a new attitude towards inclusion and diversity within inclusion and diversity. All right. So who is Tiffany Moore? Tiffany Moore is a recently out and proud trans woman, a 39-year-old Army combat veteran, boom bap MC, hip-hop purist, and advocate for transgender and non-binary rights and inclusion. Her sole purpose is to help LGBTQ hip-hop heads find their voice and their footing in the new, progressive, and all-inclusive world of hip-hop. She works to make the world of hip-hop a safe and inclusive space for LGBTQ individuals, especially our trans brothers and sisters and my non-binary siblings. I can tell that Tiffany Moore is the person who actually wrote this up. You know what? I hate to break it to you, Tiffany Moore, but black communities and Hispanic communities are some of the most homophobic in this country. Okay, so I don't think this is gonna work out for you, but I think it's starting to sink in with people. Who is Tiffany Moore? Who is Tiffany Moore? Because here's the Easter egg. If you guys didn't know, that is Tiffany Moore. That is Tiffany Moore. No, none of the, I don't know these people. Let's hear that.
Hey, we got some new shows coming. We're going to Charlotte. No.
This is the Hodge twins. But I don't. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just as a reminder, where is it? No, you know what? We'll just play it.
Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina. We got all kinds of shows coming. Go to HodgeTwinsTour.com for tickets. Tiffany Moore. Tiffany Moore. I wonder what his real name. I mean, her real name is. It's probably. Don't say it. We talked about her last week when she was in GameStop and she lost it because the cashier and a customer referred to him as Sir.
He called me sir and got me so fuming angry and I was cussing that.
The internet responding.
Yes, that Tiffany Moore. That is the same woman. So, imagine that this conference is being organized and held by people who get along with this person, Tiffany Moore. Okay? There's the reveal. It's not an egg, it's a butt plug. It's fucking ma'am. So there's the twist. So Tiffany Moore. So she is a Army veteran, boom bap MC. What's a boom bap MC? What is that? I tried to find her music online because that was what I originally wanted to show you guys, but I can't find it anywhere under the name Tiffany Moore. She doesn't seem to have a website that I know about. I don't know. She's probably like disappeared from social media because of the backlash from the little GameStop encounter. But yeah, there you go. Right? That's Tiffany Moore. It's all downhill from here, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'll try to like see if it gets better, but it doesn't get. I think it's gonna be all downhill from here. So this is just to give you an idea of these people, what they're about. Okay? That's all I got. Your wife has a hearty laugh. Yeah, she does. Boom bap. Let's ask Jar Jar. Jar Jar frowned. Yeah. Alright, so Gender and Sexuality 101 by Myra Liernes. Abstract. This workshop is designed as an introduction to the difference between sex assigned at birth, gender identity, gender expression, and sexual orientation. By understanding the many parts that make up a person's identity, we can create an environment that is inclusive of everyone and avoid making assumptions about people. Participants will also learn about the different terms and be connected to different LGBTQ resources that support young people. This is a hip-hop conference. Remember that. That hip-hop conference with a gender and sexuality, they're literally calling it 101. They're literally bringing college campuses out to hip-hop events. That's what's happening. That should be really worrying because it's gonna get better.
Please play the rest of the video. The memes might be in there.
The memes? All right, hold on.
Hey, we got some new shows coming. We're going to show.
Find a Tranny, Aquaman.
It got me so fuming angry, and I was cussing that.
The internet responding to the viral clip with memes like Superman, Aquaman, and Macho Man, Tranny Savage. Tranny is a slang term for transgender that many find offensive and derogatory.
What's really sad is it's bringing so many bigots out of the woodwork.
But more, a local MC and rapper isn't letting the memes get to her. She's using her newfound viral fame to raise awareness about the transgender community, and she even wrote a song to get her message out there.
Meth is something, man. You see all the tattoos? Oh man, this person is a wreck.
Humans just like you. We're people just like you. We have kids, we have parents, we have brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins. We're just trying to live. I would kick over that display 100,000 times again because my actions were justified.
Yeah, I think that was an honest mistake, man. You got some big shoulders on you, man. You tall too, man. Got a lot of girth to your body. Yeah, just cause you put makeup on your face, people ain't gonna start calling you ma'am. Like, look at Rick James. Yeah, he wore makeup. You think he wanted to be called ma'am? Look at Prince. He wore makeup. Yeah. How about Michael Jackson? Hey. How about Little Richard? How about Kiss?
Pretty sure Little Richard was gay though, but
just cause all of them wore makeup, man, but they want to be men. Yeah, I think it was an honest mistake. It was nothing blatant. The guy actually apologized to you, and then you lost and started knocking over stuff. Your actions were uncalled for. Yeah.
Well, we got it. Thank you, Hodge twins. I even called it her. Yeah, you're welcome. I knew the memes were in there, but the hoop earring, yeah. Tranny is short for transvestite. I thought it was also short for transgendered person. Tranny, Macho Man, Tranny Savage is my favorite. Okay, so let's finish these. I think we're at the end here. Room 1. Okay, this might be... No, there's a panel. Okay, well, anyway, community organizing, because community organizers, they're often the ones that are, you know, commies, basically. The abstract, participants will learn about cycles of oppression, systematic racism, liberation, and how to utilize community organizing as a strategy for making change in their community. Throughout the workshop, participants will hear personal stories from youth and adults who have experienced, is what it should say. You know, these motherfuckers can't spell, considering they're all educators. Who have experienced systematic racism and oppression, as well as participate in an engaging activity to brainstorm and develop a solution-based action plan. I know. Seize the means of production. Tax the richest 1% 100% of their money. And then do it to everybody else. Alright, so I don't know if you notice a pattern here. I don't want to like spend too much time on this because I've been going for a little while, right? Like about an hour. But I'll go through the rest and then we'll look at what I'm seeing here. The DNA of hip hop. All right, abstract. The history of hip hop has origins that can be traced to Africa, from the call and response of the drum, along with the amazing and intricate rhythms, as well as chants and messages. Showcasing the masters and history of the groove is the heart of this workshop. Using the music as our guide. The DNA of hip-hop's greatest beats is a 2-hour music, spoken rap, turntable, photo, video presentation of some of hip-hop's most important records, covering a span of 2 decades. From 1978 to 1998, handpicked by Daddy O. So wait, DNA of hip-hop can be traced back to Africa, but what you're going to show people is only from the 70s to the 90s? How these songs, artists, samples, loops, and the legendary players behind the grooves all changed the world. Daddy-O presents, along with a visual backdrop of photos, video vignettes that accompany artist and producer interviews. The presentation offers forensic accounts of why certain songs and its sample were chosen, and gives the audience true insight into the DNA of hip-hop. The live demonstration of songs will give the audience a behind-the-curtain historical yet entertaining peek. Welcome to the dissection and evolutionary journey of some of the best hip-hop music of our time. Wow, that sounds like the only thing in this whole thing that actually belongs here. That's like the only thing that actually belongs here. Alright, last thing. Thinking beyond the boombox. Indigenous culture and health and hip-hop. So we're just gonna, intersect everything. Okay. Abstract. This presentation will present NHI's work to fuse hip-hop, health, and indigenous culture. We will give participants ideas and inspiration towards ways that they can use their hip-hop to hit their hip-hop identity, because that identity, it's all about that, to promote mind, body, and spirit wellness. You mean spiritual? Jesus Christ. You guys you're fucking doctors and like professors and shit, and nobody knows how to spell or use basic grammar. Fuck. And then like the last 2 hours is cypher and open mic. So I don't know if you guys noticed this. I'm gonna get into like the last bit here, but I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this starts off, no, actually from the start to finish, right? There's a little bit of, it's basically a social justice Antifa slash Black Lives Matter slash commie fucking recruit station that has a veneer, a thin layer of hip hop on it. And why would that be the case? Well, because that's the people you want to attract. Who's attracted to hip hop? Minorities. So what do you want? You want to weaponize minorities. So how do you do it? You tell them we're going to do a hip hop show. It's free. We're going to have free food. All you got to do is come, and you get to like listen to the hangout, and you get to participate in it, and you get free music and free food. And then you get there, and all of a sudden you're fucking, you know, learning about the intersection between being black and veganism, and like hip hop veganism. And you learn about, you know, the LGBTQ rappers and how to, like, you know, make your own little commie bunker, I guess. I don't know, start to unpack all this bullshit on how you, even if you are a person that was into hip hop and liked it and didn't think that you were an oppressed minority and that you had your whole future in front of you. And you could do anything you wanted if you put your mind to it. But you also happen to like hip hop. And you go to one of these things, you could come away from it thinking, holy shit, I didn't realize how oppressed I was. Unbelievable. Yeah, oh yeah, and don't forget the food that you get that's free is vegan. It could even be freegan food, like my wife said. Like, they could have dumpster dive and just like put a bunch of dumpster food out there and it's free, guys. That is, oh man, disgusting. So, last thing about this, call for presentations. They have these every year, so they're gonna do another one next year. And I would bet you that these are way common, like all over the country. These are all over the country, all right? By the way, Zarangs, thanks for the donation. If you guys want to give me super chats or whatever, feel free. All right. But also hit that like button because we're going to go through the Coach Red Pill thing in a little bit. So hit that like button. So call for presentation. Now remember, this is just a hip hop conference, but it's not. It's not even a hip hop conference. It's really just an activism conference. That's all it really is. With the rise of socio-political and economic conflicts, from the rise of hate organizations to mass reforms of the criminal justice system, hip-hop is reacting in a powerful, meaningful manner, such as the publishing of hip-hop studies books, organizations and movements having art and music centered within protests, rallies, conferences, teach-ins, panels, and workshops, and educators teaching hip-hop culture as a significant and legitimate culture that can give expert and important perspectives and analysis on current affairs. You know, one thing I will say is I hope that one of these SJW hip-hop artists can come up with new chants that we've never heard before, but somehow I doubt that's going to happen. NC Clark says, have you heard He-Man rap yet? No, have you? Did you find a link of He-Man rapping? Because I couldn't find one. I was trying to find it. So, hip-hop activism is the 11th element of the hip-hop culture. It's promoting activism with hip-hop influence, style, culture, perspective, and theory. Hip-hop activism is about addressing some of the fundamental socio-political issues that hip-hop discusses. This conference is especially interested in presentations in the manner of 1, a panel, 2, a workshop, or 3, a roundtable on topics such as, and this is basically if you want to do a presentation at this conference, this is what you got to talk about, okay? So you ready? Racism, decolonizing, sexism, classism, homophobia, ableism, statism, commodification, appropriation, that's cultural appropriation, but let's just call it appropriation so we can broaden it to other things. Technology, environmental justice, food justice, youth justice, gender and sexuality studies, school to prison pipeline, prison industrial complex, corporatization of education, systemic forms of oppression. I thought we covered all that. Oh no, we got to leave it open. Social justice and critical pedagogy, hip hop pedagogy, critical race theory, standardization of education, gang injunctions, sagging laws. Yeah, like if you wear your pants sagging, they want to talk about that. I guess, I don't know if that's been made illegal anywhere, but you could say that indecent exposure could be covered under sagging your pants. But sagging laws is a thing now. And then truancy and curfew laws. So like if you don't go to school, I don't know, man. Please submit presentation proposal with the following information. Your subject title, biography, 80 to 100 words. That's like a fucking paragraph. Description of your presentation, title. Submit all that as a Word document attachment via email to noyouthinprison@gmail.com. So yeah, there you go. This is what the conference is about, and this is where Tiffany Moore is. I guess this is where her background came in. This is the only thing I was able to find when I looked into her. Sagging laws. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying before I move on to the next bit. Teach them how to protest, but not how to make a fucking sandwich. Yeah. Cracker, honky, breader. Veganism is the fourth horseman. Zeranx, hip-hop was about unity more than it was about activism. This is what the KRS-One has stated. Why are they trying to twist it? Because they don't care about hip-hop. They're just using it as a tool to get to young people. That's what they want to do. They want to get to young people. Debt food justice hip-hop, though. Yes, I heard about that. And of course, like, what they didn't put in there, but I see that happening based on the things that I've seen here, is a replacing of, like, this what is it I'm looking for? Shamanism. Like, this spiritual shamanism, because indigenous cultures need to be honored, especially their weird religions. You found her rapping? Is that what you're saying? Because I didn't. Send me a link. I'm gonna send it through Twitter. Okay. Hold the fuck up, son. Send it. Send it to me in the PM or DM. DM me the link to the rap. I gotta see it. I hope she got more bars in a vending machine. Yeah. They just want everything. For sure. I meant breeder. Oh, you meant breeder. Okay, I get it. So I'm gonna wait for NC Clark to send me this this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break and refill my coffee. I'll be right back. I hope you guys are having fun with this. What have you learned about the International Hip Hop Activism Conference? What have you learned? I have learned, personally, I have learned that vegan food should be free food, and the vegan hip hop lifestyle is absolutely necessary because you need health as well as flow. I guess. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So let me see if NC Clark sent me the thing yet. Oh yeah, here we go. You found it! Alright. You guys ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready for this. I knew NC would find it. I knew she would. She's on the ball. All right, I'm gonna stop the background music, cause heaven knows we need to give this 100% of our attention. Okay, can you guys see everything okay? All right, I'm just gonna sip one more sip of coffee. I'm gonna mute myself and I'll play some of this. I think is this a rap battle? Transsexual rapper No Shame or No Shame versus Michael White. Oh, you know the white guy's gonna die. Is Michael White the villain in this story? Whitest rapper ever. Look at this dude over here on the right. He cannot believe what he is about to experience. He is about to get his mind blown. Don't forget to banana. I don't care. The worst that'll happen is I'll get a strike or something. I'm just gonna play it. This is 8 Mile behind the scenes footage. All right, let's see how this goes. This guy here on the left, he's skeptical of this entire thing. He's skeptical. All right, let's do this. Is it no? I read it as no shame because it. Look at it. Okay, look. If there was look. If there was a woman, a girl in the hood, and that was her name when it was written down, you know it would be pronounced no shame. You know it would. You know it would. Is White a black name? No, bro. Michael White. I don't know if this guy in the middle here is Michael White, but we're gonna find out. Let's let the plot unfold.
Time. Make some noise. Make some noise for Michael White.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Babe, you gotta see this. You gotta see this. I'm not gonna play any more of this. This is amazing. This is amazing. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Look at how hard she is. What is that sweater?
Okay.
This is a rap battle between No Shame. No, this is the I don't know if this is the guy, but it's transsexual rapper No Shame versus Michael White. This is like the ultimate final boss fight.
So her like rapping name is No Shame?
I think it's No Shame. I pronounced it No Shame the first time I saw it. No, but it's No Shame, yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm going to go ahead. I got to mute, but here we go.
Lady Gaga wouldn't even come through to set up an assembly for you. Time. Make some noise. Make some noise for Michael White.
Is that Derek Blackman in the middle there?
A lot of excited people ready to hear this shit.
Yeah.
Play it.
Yo! Okay, let's go.
Everybody in this fucking building hates this bitch and his bullshit style. And everybody already knew his fucking angle. And if that's the shit you coming with, I'm the cords behind the TV. You don't really want to tangle. You was begging for this battle, but you need to be careful of what you asking. You're gonna call me sty when I leave you with painful actions. See, approval, I don't need it. I never search for the stamp, but you doubt me. That's why I concentrate on your camp. I'm gonna come to the fight.
I should banana. I wanted to let that finish.
She sounds surprisingly a lot like Eminem.
But like without any talent, like how much of that actually rhymed? Do people even do that anymore? Is that just like, is that passe now to actually rhyme the shit?
Yeah.
Oh man,
like,
you know, I like.
You know, the shirt, it doesn't go with so much. You know, like I mean, like even if.
What is this image? She looks like Mrs. Doubtfire, but like hood.
Yeah.
Trying to be anyway. Hello. All right. No shame can't be denied. Let's we're gonna keep going. No. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
I said I'm gonna come from the right, you're gonna know I'm a fascist, because I'm gonna murder him and leave another 6 million wannabe Mexicans in a pile of ash. If I see you, I swear to God it's gonna be in an ICU. And if I see you in an ICU, you're gonna see me pitching a tube for a minute or two, just so I know that I finished you. But you have to make it worse. Just because you want to live, you're pressing the button to contact the nurse, so when she walk in to check in, I have to put 2 in hers. No, you would think I would stop there. Are you dying right now? No, you.
I'm just stopping for banana purposes. Yeah, this isn't very good. It's not like, yeah, I don't know. There is no flow. That's right. It's just not very good. And like, you can tell that did
you hear that part?
What?
She called herself a fascist because
Yeah.
she's gonna murder.
Yeah, and then 6 million
more.
wannabe Mexicans.
Oh no, she wasn't calling herself that.
No, I think she was
Trump.
talking.
Was she?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm confused by
I thought
that.
she was being hard.
I think that's what she's trying to do.
I'm
Did
so
somebody?
badass. I'm a Nazi.
I swear, it looks like she just came after her like brunch with her girlfriends, and somebody loaned her that hat so she could be in this battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner. That's right.
Ma'am spaghetti.
Would think I would stop there, but I'm only increasing my tactics. I'm gonna kill every witness in that hospital, and I'm including pediatrics. I'm gonna storm in that motherfucker like it's normal, killing everybody in the order of seniority from the top down, all the way down to the bottom, first day orderlies.
All right.
Nah, I'll do it from a distance. I'm a disciple with a long-range rifle. I'll kill you in the morning while sitting on my coffee reciting a verse from the Bible. First on the rooftop, distance 3 miles, adjusting for wind speed. Looking through the window, off the mirror, between your eyes. Dead on the bathroom tile.
That doesn't sound very compassionate.
No, but you know what? I'm also like, when you're doing a battle against somebody, you should also talk about them. Like, it's just, this all sounds rehearsed. Like, she was like, had some prepared shit about,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think most people do.
Ken says no cringe challenge. I failed a long time ago. I failed a long.
I cringed as soon as I saw that like shirt and hat combo. What is that, periwinkle?
Now that I look at it, doesn't Michael White look kind of like Devin Tracy right there? I'm just saying. Okay. All right. We're going to try and get past this. She has as much rhythm as she has boobs. Yeah. As much as she has vagina, which is not. I like the pink phone. It's sticking out of her pocket.
After 2 battles, I am top tier. After 122, you are not near. So I have to paint you a picture to make it perfectly clear. If anybody on a level want to battle me here, Michael, I'm gonna dress like a magician so I can disappear, Michael. And I don't see a top hat or a magic fucking wand, so you don't need to be a genius to figure out what the fuck is going on,
Michael. This is how you know it's directed at you, Michael. Okay, I can't do it anymore. Does this go much further? Does it get better? Why does a white man have a do-rag? He's appropriating whiteness. His name is Michael White.
Appropriating whiteness? Are you saying
blackness? I'm sorry.
Are you saying do-rags are white?
Well, his is black technically. Did
pirates wear do-rags? I think they did. Something like that.
When does the rap battle start? Oh my god. Oh my god. when you take HRT with a Roy chaser. Rapping like a true school teacher. Yeah, where's Professor IQ to step in and like fix this shit? There's more. Okay, NC says more. All right, all right. I might have to change the title of the stream because I'm not gonna be able to do the Christy Winters thing today. So we'll do more of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing today, Kurt Cobain did not blow out his brain. He just went and got a sex change. Here we are now, entertainers, getting sex changes, cutting off our waiters. Mark of a tranny joke. No, but it's not a tranny though. That's a fucking man of war. I'm finna pop the shit out of him. When I step on him, it ain't even gonna burn. When I told him I was hotter than the sun, he thought I was talking about the opposite of a her. Then he turned around and ran the fuck off. Space Catholic Church. Little boys even. That's why he became a tranny, to be a nanny and babysit kids. Back home we like to call those devious Stevens. My previous recent battle was decent. Now they got me battling a faggot that's in love with penis, but doesn't have a penis. I don't understand the meaning of it. Hold on. Bitch, how you got a hobby?
Wow, this guy's going after her.
Going after the...
Yeah, going after the tranny thing. Somebody's getting triggered.
I was wondering about that. Like, you know,
if you,
in like, you know, like rap, like you go after people for like
all
the things.
He hasn't figured out the only thing you have to do is call her sir, and then the battle is over. That's all you gotta do. That's like the weak spot. Oh, that's all he has to do. By the way, this guy isn't very good either. But
she finishes with Michael, and he ends up, sir.
They're gonna step outside, and she's gonna show him a fucking sir.
Don't lie to yourself, think I just committed to Kim Kardashian. Motherfucker, you look like asthma. How the fuck do you look like asthma? If you took a picture with Michael Jackson, you would not show up in a picture if Michael Jackson was wearing pajamas. That seems to always happen every time you're in front of a camera. Matter of fact, motherfuckers thinking I'm talking to myself. Who the fuck is he battling? Yeah, I just compared myself to MJ wearing PJs beating the fuck out of a tranny man. Who am I battling in the chatter? Who am I battling in the chatter? You ever heard of bitch battle? You're a bag of pussy battle. And you don't got a pussy, so don't feel flattered. If he became a movie star, he wouldn't be an actress or an actor. Because you're not a man or a lady. I'll bet it pisses you off when motherfuckers come inside of you and you don't have a baby. What the fuck? I bet when Jehovah's Witness, knock on the door. I bet when Jehovah's Witness after you answer the door, they ask, who's the man in the house? And you say, let him rap. And you say, the man in the house ain't here right now.
Okay.
The man in the house.
Something. People are dying.
Zeranx says enough. They're both horrible. Yes, they are both horrible. I think Michael White is just insulting her. That's it. He's just throwing insults.
How is this?
He's like, if they happen to rhyme, it's okay.
On YouTube.
How is this not? Yeah, like this. How is this thing a monetized video at all? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I can't do anymore. They're both horrible. Whips out meat. Meat Center. The cringe, it burns. Crap battle. Yeah. So thank you, NC Clark, for this gift. I just you know, I don't know what to say. I just thank you. This is amazing. Woo. Insult battle. Yeah, well, again, all he had to do was call her sir, and it would have been over. All right, I'm gonna stop here. Even worse. If any of you were curious, why does that guy shake around like he's got Parkinson's? What is wrong with him? This is like the special needs hip hop battle. That's why everyone's cheering so much. They're trying to like, they just don't want to make them feel unincluded. So they're just like, yay, you did it. You're saying words. Let's see if there's any comments. Oh yeah, is that Macho Man Tranny Savage? It sure is. Michael White is the embodiment of everything that is cringe. Michael White looks like Nicolas Cage doing a Jack Sparrow. Nicolas Cage doing a Jack Sparrow impression.
That's perfect.
Still better than Eminem's anti-Trump rap. Yes. Still better than that. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Michael should go see a doctor and dude looks like he has Parkinson's. That's not getting better than that. Nicolas Cage doing Nicolas Cage doing Jack Sparrow. Okay.
I thought it was somebody doing a Jack Sparrow impression.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I can't do no more. I just wanted to show you guys the Save the Kids thing, and then this beautiful bit of art dropped in my lap. Remember, this shit right here is what this shit is giving kids. Imagine. I want to know what Professor IQ does. Maybe I could find him. Professor IQ rap. Maybe, no, Professor IQ Science Show. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm sure that it's every bit as good as this Macho Man shit. So, it looks like he's gonna knock him the fuck out. Do they, like, actually fight at one point? Because, you know, sometimes, like, retards can only put up with so much, and then they start swinging at each other. Anyway. I haven't laughed this hard for a while. Thanks, Brian Martinez. Take care. Thank you, guys. It's IQ the Professor. Oh, I see. I got it wrong. It's IQ the Professor. IQ the Professor. Why isn't he on YouTube? That's probably him right there, like this guy. That guy looks hard as fuck. I don't see it. Oh well, whatever. We'll figure it out. Thanks guys for coming on. I hope you guys had fun. I'm gonna change the title of the show just to be about this Save the Kids. Maybe I'll do another stream next weekend. We'll look at either this Christy Winters thing or something else. This was just for the laughs, so I'm glad we did this one first. Is IQ the Professor our guy? I don't know. We gotta find him. I'm sure he's a lyrical genius, and also a lyrical gangster. So if you guys can find IQ the Professor's work, his mixtape, then let me know. Send it my way, and I'll do we'll put it on stream sometime. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thanks guys for coming on the stream and hanging out. I just want to get a few laughs in. I'll talk to you guys later. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. See how long did you last into the video before the cringe? How long did you make it? Not even the video, to the stream, I mean. Was it like at the site of this beautifully rendered flyer? Or did you make it all the way to the rap battle? Let me know. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming on. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, comment, and like the video. Talk to you later. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Bye.